I want to welcome you back in. This is so nice to have you here. And I love that this show is so perfect as we've been showcasing so much of our fall fashions. And a girl loves to buy, you know, new boots and a new bag and for the fall. So this might be perfect. This bag is new. And I may need your help with some of the pronunciation. I'm going to give it a big girl try. But I may, I may just mess the whole thing up. With this one, I think it's easy, and this is one of my personal favorites. I just want to turn this to the camera so that everyone at home can see. This is stunning. We're calling this one our Himalayan Bird Navy. Is that not just absolutely beautiful? This shape of the bag, I think, is also really beautiful. We're going to talk about that in a moment. So this choice is our Himalayan Bird Navy, and it is a beautiful navy handbag if you'd love to pick that one up. The second one I think might be a little bit harder, and I'd love for you to kind of tell me what this means. It's called Calaveras Azucar. How did I do?
Calaveras de, you did pretty good. Calaveras de Azucar. I practiced it a lot, so I get it down pretty good. You know, this is about celebrating the Day of the Dead. It is not morbid. It is actually beautiful. I mean, first of all, in like pop fashion, this is everywhere. But it is about a culture where you're celebrating the lives around us, the lives that have lived before us. So that's what makes this beautiful. And then last but not the least,
the Caribbean garden. I want to show that one to everybody.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh my gosh,
Isn't that gorgeous?
And with all of the
love
autumnal
those caramel
colors
tones.
that we're going to be seeing, right now, all of the fall colors, and that is beautiful. Okay, one of the things I'd like to do right out the gate is I want to give you some measurements because ladies love to know that, right? So you're looking at 11 inches long, 8.5 inches high, and about 4¼ inches wide. I just want you to see just how nice and ample it is. And then, of course, you've got the rolled double handles that are all in leather, so you've got that, but you also have, in addition to that, you've got the strap here, and it is totally adjustable from 13 inches to 26 inches. And I will be taking you on a tour of the inside, but I'd love for you to kind of talk us through this. We get new customers, as you know, all the time. And I know that your family has been in business for over 30 years. You've been on television many, 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 many years. You've been a part of our HSN family for 2 years. But for someone who is just tuning in, and this handbag is catching their eye, tell us a little bit about the workmanship, the hand craftsmanship, the art detail, all that goes into making these beautiful bags.
You know, literally old school values are what we kind of follow when we are creating every single work that you see over here. Every handbag to us is an individual piece and an individual work of art where we are hand selecting the leathers. The paintings that we select for each bag has to marry the bag, has to fit on that bag perfectly. It has to tell the story perfectly. And these paintings, they never go out of fashion. That's what makes these pieces such wonderful, timeless pieces. It's not like you got the perfect bag for fall 2021 and then guess what? It's out of fashion next season. No, that doesn't happen with Anuschka. With Anuschka, you are getting works of art that continue to be a part of your personality, that continue to be a part of your story. Your wardrobe becomes unique. So when you wear this bag, you're going to discover that each work of art makes your wardrobe, each work is like a colorful neutral, so it works with your wardrobe, it complements your wardrobe, it doesn't compete with anything that you're wearing. So, whether it's the Day of the Dead, the Calaveras de Azucar, the painting that you're looking at right now, or that beautiful Himalayan bird, how we draw every detail, how the flowers are done, the Caribbean garden, I mean, each and every color, each and every story is about capturing the emotions that really make us smile every morning, that make us smile no matter what we're doing through our day. These bags literally do make us happy, and that's why they are just so important to us to create bags that are not just beautiful to look at, but also functional, because we want you to wear them all the time. So what we did was we took that classic bowling bag design, the bowling bag satchel design, and what you've already discovered is that we've got zippers, kissing zippers that go all the way down on both sides. So it is not that bowling bag that is hard to get into, but a bag that is easy to get into, find everything inside. We love, my mom Roma loves to make sure that you can get inside a handbag, find your things. You've got the zipper divider right in there, giving you security and storage so nothing falls out. So whether it's some currency, whether it's your coupons, receipts, a phone, your glasses, everything's safe and secure. You've got multi-purpose pockets on one wall, all raised to the top and trimmed in genuine leather, which is painted, by the way. And then on the back wall, you've got a secure pocket as well, zippered pocket, again trimmed in genuine leather. And there's the white Anuschka leather tag on the back wall of the bag as well. The white tag, by the way, Marla, is that exactly what your bag looked like before we drew those flowers, before we drew the skulls, all of those details that you see, the beautiful birds. That's how the leather begins. It's white. There's nothing on it. And that's what's the beauty about this. I mean, to know that somebody sat with your handbag and painted everything that you see. And this bag takes anywhere between 45 to 60 days in our workshop.
Wow.
That's not hours, but days, because we're hand cutting the leathers. We're matching up every individual piece of leather. We're making sure that the key fobs and the pockets and all the lining inside is hand cut and stitched and measured to perfection. So the inside, it fits like a dress, like a perfect dress. I mean, that's what my mom always used to say, that the inside of the bag has to be as beautifully fitted as the outside. And yes, there's feet at the bottom, so you're not destroying your handbag when you put it down on the table or the counter. All the paint is protected, and you have removable shoulder straps as well. So when you want to wear it on the crook of your arm, you can. When you want to just hold it in your arm, you can. But when you want to be hands-free, you have that option. The removable shoulder straps are all leather, easy to adjust with gliding hardware that is adjustable anytime, anywhere.
I'm putting everything back, your readers, your hard side, your makeup, your powder, everything is here. Again, all antique hardware, which is beautiful. I love how they call this kind of like a bronzing, right? What do they call this?
Right. So what we do is, you might think it was airbrushed, but what we do is we layer the paint one at a time, creating that beautiful ombre, the shading that goes from the deep to light and gives it that two-tone effect. I mean, this is all done by hand. Those colors are kind of blended into the leather layer by layer, ensuring that the paint really becomes one with the leather. Again, you're looking at the Caribbean garden, and then each of those paintings are done the same way with the same love. That's why it is not something that we can rush. It's not something that if somebody calls me and says, hey, we need 100 more, it doesn't work like that.
Right.
Somebody has to sit with it and paint it one at a time.
I want to get in there if I can, because I do want to show you the other two choices, and I'm so happy that Wineka is modeling for us our Calaveras Azucar. And that is going to be that wonderful friendly skull design, which is very popular. And if you missed it, we a moment ago gave you a presentation of the scarves, and one of the scarves that we presented was called Day of the Dead, and I asked them to give that to me, because if this is your thing, or there's a sister or a girlfriend or someone that you know that loves this theme, this would tie back beautifully to that. So we do have scarves. The scarves are very popular. So I just wanted to share that with you, because I know that this is a very, very popular theme. I'd like to give you a closer look at the artistry on this one, not only in the front, but also in the black. Think about all the grays that we're wearing for the fall. Think about all the blacks that we're wearing for the fall. By the way, we're providing you with the item number for the scarf right here on the side. And everything today in fashion and apparel on 5 flexible payments. Here's a look at the back. Did you notice that there was a zipper compartment in the back? Tell us a little bit about why you want to add your signature each and every bag. Tell us a little bit about that.
My dad always insisted on doing that. That and that Anuschka leather tag, the white one that you saw inside. Because what he wants to do is he wants to share with you how proud we are as a family. And that's something that's ingrained in me. It's ingrained in all of us, that every piece that we are creating it for someone who has fallen in love with the art. We are creating this handbag for you who's like literally, the art is probably making your heart melt right now. And you want to wear this bag and you want to use it every single day. And we want you to know that we have looked at every bit of the stitching. We have looked at all the lining and how it's constructed. We have looked at every brushstroke to make sure that we have made it as humanly perfect as we can. And in this day and age where every bit of this handbag was handmade, from hand cutting the leathers, hand cutting the linings, the stitching, the painting, we want to make sure that you understand that we as a family stand behind every single artwork, every single handbag, because we truly love what we do here. We love creating these pieces. And when we get the work out to you, when we get our art out to you, we want you to feel that same joy, that same happiness, the same pride in carrying that art, in sharing the story. And it's not just our story, our family story, but the story of the artisans who painstakingly travel long distances to our workshop. And then they sit with these bags for hours and days, painting every detail that you see. So these don't get created in a day. We want you to feel that love, feel that energy, and that's why we hand sign every single piece.
I feel like these bags are forever bags. These are bags that don't go in and out of style. They are timeless. Leather is, of course, beautiful, and just as it gets a little bit older, it just wears even more beautiful. And of course, with the artistry that you have, they're pretty remarkable. They're conversational pieces. I know that you'll get stopped quite often. People will compliment you on the bags. I would love to invite you to order. Remember, everything today is on 5 flexible payments. We've got free shipping and handling. Treat yourself. Every girl needs a great handbag. And when you think about when we leave our homes, our handbags are going to be the largest accessory that we will be wearing. So people notice your handbags, and if you see something in the show that you love, why not? Go ahead and place your orders. I do want to remind you of what your choices are once again, if I can. The center one is called the Himalayan Bird Navy. It has been the most popular. And it's the most limited at this point. So if you'd love to have this particular one, which is called the Himalayan Bird Navy, don't wait on that one. That one's almost gone. Over here, we have the Caribbean Garden. That's gonna be in the families of your tans and your bronze, a little bit of purple, a little bit of red, really beautiful and neutral. And then of course, our Calaveras Azucar, which is gonna be our skull design, which is a lot of fun and super, super popular. 767-530 is the item number. Thank you for your phone calls. Wait until you see the eyeglass places and the wallets, and we've got all sorts of wonderful accessories to go back with this. But first, if you're not a car